Welcome to my channel Valuable Coins, All World. If you've ever wondered if those old coins you have lying around could be worth a fortune, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're diving into some of the rarest US coins, revealing their jaw-dropping values that will leave you amazed. Stick with us till the end. You won't want to miss what these hidden treasures could be worth. Let's get started. Top 1. The year 1987 was a fascinating time in American history, a period when the country was experiencing technological growth, cultural shifts, and economic changes. The United States Mint continued producing the Jefferson nickel, a coin that had already been in circulation for nearly 50 years. While many people might overlook a common 5-cent piece in their pocket, the 1987 Jefferson nickel holds secrets that few know about, secrets that have turned some of these coins into treasures worth thousands of dollars. This is the story of one of the most intriguing nickels of the modern era, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors, dealers, and numismatic enthusiasts alike. The Jefferson Nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, a coin that had been in circulation since 1913. The new design was the work of Felix Schlag, a German-born artist who won the competition held by the U.S. Mint to create a fresh look for the nation's 5-cent coin. His design featured a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, while the reverse showcased Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home. This design would remain relatively unchanged for decades, making it one of the longest-running designs in American coinage history. By the time 1987 rolled around, the United States Mint was producing billions of coins each year. The Jefferson nickel was struck at multiple minting facilities, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. While most of these nickels were produced in large numbers and intended for everyday transactions, a select few were struck with such perfection or unique errors that they would go on to command extraordinary prices in the collector's market. The composition of the 1987 Jefferson nickel followed the standard formula established decades earlier: 75% copper and 25% nickel. This metallic combination gave the coin its distinctive silver-like appearance while ensuring durability for circulation. Despite being a common metal alloy, some of these nickels, due to exceptional minting conditions, would later achieve rarity status, making them highly desirable among numismatists. One of the most intriguing aspects of coin collecting is the presence of mint errors and variations, and the 1987 Jefferson nickel is no exception. Some of the rarest and most valuable 1987 nickels are those with significant die errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, and misprints. These errors occur due to misalignments during the minting process, resulting in coins that look different from the standard issue. While errors might seem like imperfections, they are actually what makes some coins incredibly valuable. Take, for example, the case of a 1987 Jefferson nickel that was struck on a penny planchet, a rare and unusual occurrence. This type of minting mistake happens when a blank intended for another denomination gets mixed into the production process. These error nickels often appear copper-colored instead of their typical silvery hue, making them stand out immediately to collectors. Such an error coin can fetch thousands of dollars at auction, depending on its condition and overall rarity. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are another category of the 1987 Jefferson nickel that attract collectors. These coins were specially struck with polished dies and planchets to produce a mirror-like finish, often with deep cameo contrast between the raised details and the fields of the coin. Proof nickels were never intended for circulation, meaning they were carefully preserved and are often found in pristine condition. While a regular 1987 nickel might only be worth 5 cents, a high-grade proof version, especially one with a deep cameo effect, can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Grading plays a crucial role in determining the value of any coin, and the 1987 Jefferson nickel is no different. Coins are evaluated based on their level of wear, with a scale ranging from poor P1 to mint state MS 70. A nickel that has seen heavy circulation and has significant wear will be worth only its face value, while a coin in an uncirculated state with sharp details and original mint luster can command much higher prices. One of the most exciting auction results for a 1987 Jefferson nickel came when a nearly flawless specimen, graded MS 67 by the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS), was sold for an astonishing price. Collectors were drawn to its impeccable strike, sharp details, and lack of significant imperfections. While many 1987 nickels are common, those in such pristine condition are rare, making them highly sought after. The thrill of coin collecting lies in the possibility of discovering a rare gem hidden among everyday change. Many collectors and hobbyists have stumbled upon valuable nickels simply by carefully inspecting their pocket change. The 1987 Jefferson nickel, while often overlooked, has proven that even modern coins can hold remarkable value when found in the right condition or with unique minting characteristics. Over the years, demand for high-grade Jefferson nickels has increased as more collectors seek to complete their sets. While earlier years of the series, such as those from the 1940s and 1950s, often get more attention, later dates like 1987 are beginning to rise in popularity as well. This shift in demand has led to increased prices for well-preserved examples, especially those with certification from reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC. For those interested in investing in rare coins, the 1987 Jefferson nickel presents an intriguing opportunity. While it may not be as famous as some of the earlier key dates in the series, the potential for finding a high-grade or rare variety makes it an exciting choice for numismatists. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just beginning your journey in the world of coins, keeping an eye out for exceptional nickels can be both rewarding and profitable. Imagine the excitement of finding a coin in your collection or even an everyday change that turns out to be worth thousands of dollars. That dream became a reality for a lucky collector who discovered a rare 1987 Jefferson nickel in near-perfect condition, which went on to sell at an auction for a jaw-dropping $40,900. Stories like these fuel the passion of coin enthusiasts worldwide, proving that hidden treasures are still out there, waiting to be uncovered. The 1987 Jefferson nickel is a testament to the rich history and artistry of American coinage. What may seem like an ordinary 5-cent piece to the average person can hold extraordinary value in the world of numismatics. With its design rooted in history, its potential for rare varieties, and its appeal to collectors, this coin stands as a reminder that even the most unassuming pieces of pocket change can hold incredible worth. As interest in collectible coins continues to grow, the demand for rare and high-grade Jefferson nickels is likely to increase. Whether you're searching through old rolls of nickels, examining proof sets, or attending coin shows, the possibility of finding a valuable 1987 nickel remains an exciting prospect. The next time you come across a Jefferson nickel from 1987, take a closer look. You might just be holding a piece of history, a collector's dream, and a coin worth far more than its face value. And who knows? That small, seemingly insignificant nickel in your hand might one day be the next big discovery, turning an ordinary moment into an extraordinary story of numismatic success. Top 2. The year 1975 was a significant time in American history. The nation was recovering from the turbulence of the Vietnam War, and the country was gearing up for its bicentennial celebrations the following year. Amid this backdrop, the United States Mint continued its long-standing production of the Jefferson nickel, a coin that had been a staple in American currency since 1938. At first glance, the 1975 Jefferson nickel may seem like just another 5-cent piece, but hidden within its history are fascinating details that make it a treasure for collectors. Some of these coins, especially rare variations and high-grade examples, have reached remarkable values in the numismatic world, with the most coveted ones selling for an astonishing $85,900 at auction. The Jefferson nickel was originally introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, this new 5-cent piece paid homage to one of America's most revered founding fathers, Thomas Jefferson. The obverse of the coin features a left-facing portrait of Jefferson, while the reverse showcases Monticello, his Virginia estate. Over the decades, this design remained mostly unchanged, creating a sense of continuity in American coinage. However, within this continuity, certain years produced nickels with unique characteristics that set them apart, and 1975 was one such year. By the mid-1970s, the United States Mint was producing billions of coins annually. The 1975 Jefferson nickel was struck at 3 minting facilities: Philadelphia, No Mintmark; Denver, D Mintmark; and San Francisco, S Mintmark, reserved for proof coins. Despite being a common circulation coin, variations in strike quality, errors, and pristine condition specimens have turned some 1975 nickels into valuable collector's items. The composition of the 1975 Jefferson nickel followed the same formula established decades earlier: 75% copper and 25% nickel. This alloy provided durability while maintaining the coin's silver-like appearance. Even though the materials were not precious metals, the rarity of certain varieties, combined with high-quality preservation, has made some of these nickels extremely desirable among collectors. One of the most intriguing aspects of numismatics is the discovery of mint errors, and the 1975 Jefferson nickel has produced several noteworthy examples. Among the most sought-after are double die obverse (DDO) varieties, where doubling appears on Jefferson's portrait or inscriptions. These errors occur due to misalignment during the die creation process, resulting in a distinct doubling effect that increases the coin's rarity and value. Another fascinating error found in some 1975 nickels is the off-center strike. This occurs when the coin blank is not properly aligned in the press, causing part of the design to be missing. The degree of misalignment determines the coin's rarity, with more extreme off-center strikes commanding higher prices. In some cases, a wrong planchet error can also be found. This happens when a Jefferson nickel is accidentally struck on a blank intended for another denomination, such as a penny or a dime. These error coins are exceptionally rare and can be worth thousands of dollars, depending on their condition and the extent of the mistake. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are another category of 1975 Jefferson nickels that attract collectors. These coins were specially struck using highly polished dies and planchets, resulting in a mirror-like surface with deep cameo contrast. Because they were never intended for circulation, proof nickels from this year are often found in pristine condition. However, finding a perfect deep cameo (DCM) example with flawless surfaces is challenging, making such specimens extremely valuable. Grading plays a crucial role in determining the value of any coin, and the 1975 Jefferson nickel is no exception. The Sheldon scale, which ranges from poor P1 to mint state MS70, is used to assess a coin's condition. Circulated nickels that show signs of wear are generally only worth face value, but uncirculated examples with sharp details and original mint luster can command significant premiums. The highest prices for 1975 Jefferson nickels are achieved by those graded MS67 or higher by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC. A perfectly preserved example with a strong strike and no visible flaws is a rarity, making it a prime target for collectors willing to pay top dollar. One of the most exciting moments in coin collecting is when a seemingly ordinary coin turns out to be an incredible find. This was the case for a collector who discovered a 1975 Jefferson nickel in near-perfect condition, which later sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $85,900. The combination of its impeccable preservation, rare die characteristics, and historical significance made it a one-of-a-kind piece in the numismatic world. The thrill of searching through change and coin rolls for hidden treasures continues to inspire collectors. While the majority of 1975 Jefferson nickels are worth only 5 cents, the potential for finding an exceptional specimen keeps the excitement alive. Stories of people discovering valuable coins in their pocket change prove that numismatic treasures are still out there, waiting to be found. Over the years, demand for high-quality Jefferson nickels has increased. While earlier years of the series, particularly wartime silver nickels from the 1940s, have traditionally been more popular, modern dates like 1975 are gaining traction among collectors. As more people seek to complete their Jefferson nickel sets, the value of well-preserved examples from this era is likely to rise. For those looking to invest in rare coins, the 1975 Jefferson nickel offers an intriguing opportunity. With its classic design, potential for rare varieties, and increasing collector demand, it stands as a testament to the enduring appeal of American coinage. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting your journey into the world of coins, keeping an eye out for high-grade or rare 1975 nickels could lead to a surprising and valuable discovery. Imagine the excitement of holding a small, seemingly ordinary nickel that turns out to be worth a fortune. That dream became a reality for a lucky collector who uncovered a rare 1975 Jefferson nickel that sold for an astounding $85,900. Stories like these fuel the passion of collectors, proving that numismatic treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. The 1975 Jefferson nickel is more than just a piece of everyday change. It's a symbol of American history, artistry, and the thrill of the hunt. Whether tucked away in an old coin jar, hidden in a bankroll, or shining in a prestigious coin collection, this nickel holds the potential to be far more valuable than its face value suggests. As interest in rare coins continues to grow, the market for high-quality 1975 Jefferson nickels is expected to remain strong. So the next time you come across a nickel from this year, Take a closer look. You might just be holding a piece of history, a collector's dream, and a coin that could one day be worth far more than 5 cents. Who knows? That small, overlooked nickel in your hand might be the next big discovery in the world of numismatics, turning an ordinary moment into an extraordinary story of hidden treasure. Top 3. The year 1974 was an eventful time in American history. The country was in the midst of political turbulence with the Watergate scandal unfolding, and the Vietnam War was nearing its conclusion. The economy was struggling with inflation, and yet, despite these challenges, the everyday flow of commerce continued. In pockets, cash registers, and banks across the nation, the Jefferson nickel remained a staple of everyday transactions. While most people viewed the 1974 Jefferson nickel as just another 5-cent piece, little did they know that certain variations and pristine examples of this coin would one day be worth a staggering $89,900. Introduced in 1938 to replace the Buffalo nickel, the Jefferson nickel featured a design by Felix Schlag. His rendition of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse became an enduring part of American coinage. Despite minor changes over the years, the core design remained consistent, ensuring that the Jefferson nickel was instantly recognizable. But not all nickels from each year were created equal, and the 1974 issue is a prime example of how variations, errors, and exceptional conditions can make an ordinary coin extraordinary. In 1974, the U.S. Mint struck Jefferson nickels at 3 facilities: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark; Denver, D Mint Mark; and San Francisco, S Mint Mark. The Philadelphia and Denver coins were intended for circulation, while the San Francisco Mint produced proof coins for collectors. In total, hundreds of millions of nickels were minted that year, making them common in general circulation. However, among these countless coins, a select few have become incredibly valuable due to their unique qualities. The composition of the 1974 Jefferson nickel followed the same standard formula that had been in place since 1946. 75% copper and 25% nickel. This alloy provided durability, ensuring that the coin could withstand years of circulation without significant deterioration. While the nickel did not contain any silver, high-quality examples and rare varieties have achieved extraordinary prices at auctions due to their rarity and desirability among collectors. Mint errors are among the most exciting aspects of numismatics, and the 1974 Jefferson nickel has several notable varieties. One of the most famous errors from this year is the double die obverse, DDO, variety. This occurs when the coin's die is misaligned during production, causing doubling on inscriptions such as Liberty or In God We Trust. Collectors seek out these doubling effects, and the more pronounced they are, the more valuable the coin becomes. Another sought-after error found in some 1974 Jefferson nickels is the off-center strike. These coins were struck incorrectly due to the blank not being properly positioned in the minting press. Depending on the degree of misalignment, some of these nickels can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. A dramatic off-center strike that still shows a full date is especially rare and valuable. Some of the most astonishing errors involve wrong planchet strikes. Occasionally, a Jefferson nickel might be struck on a blank intended for a different denomination, such as a penny or a dime. These mistakes are highly prized by collectors and can significantly increase a coin's value. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint are another major draw for collectors. These coins were struck using specially prepared dies and planchets, resulting in deep cameo contrast and mirror-like surfaces. While proof coins are not rare in general, finding one in perfect condition with no marks or imperfections is a challenge. The highest-graded deep cameo-proof nickels from 1974 can be worth thousands of dollars. Coin grading plays a crucial role in determining the value of a 1974 Jefferson nickel. The Sheldon scale, which ranges from poor P1 to mint state MS 70, is used by professional grading services like PCGS and NGC to evaluate a coin's condition. Most circulated 1974 nickels are only worth face value, but uncirculated examples with sharp details and brilliant luster can fetch a premium. High-grade coins, particularly those rated MS 67 or higher, are the true treasures of this series. These coins have flawless surfaces, strong strikes, and full steps on Monticello, an important grading designation known as full steps. A 1974 Jefferson nickel with full steps and a near-perfect grade can command incredible prices at auction point. One of the most exciting moments in coin collecting is when an ordinary-looking coin turns out to be a hidden gem. In recent years, a pristine 1974 Jefferson nickel was discovered in an old collection, later selling at auction for a jaw-dropping $89,900. Its exceptional condition, sharp strike, and rare die characteristics made it one of the most valuable nickels ever sold from this year. Stories like this fuel the passion of coin collectors around the world. The idea that a simple 5-cent piece, easily overlooked in daily transactions, could turn out to be worth a small fortune keeps collectors searching through rolls of nickels, hoping to find that one incredible coin. The demand for high-quality Jefferson nickels has been steadily increasing. While earlier wartime silver nickels from the 1940s have traditionally been more popular, interest in modern-era nickels like the 1974 issue has surged. As more collectors seek out well-preserved specimens, the value of high-grade examples continues to rise. For those interested in investing in rare coins, the 1974 Jefferson nickel offers a fascinating opportunity. Its classic design, historical significance, and potential for rare varieties make it an appealing choice for numismatists and investors alike. Even those who are new to collecting can find joy in searching through bankrolls or old collections for a well-preserved example. Imagine finding a seemingly ordinary nickel that turns out to be worth a life-changing amount of money. That dream became a reality for one lucky collector who unearthed a rare 1974 Jefferson nickel that later sold for an astounding $89,900. It's stories like these that make coin collecting such an exciting and rewarding hobby. The 1974 Jefferson nickel is far more than just a piece of everyday change. It represents history, artistry, and the thrill of the hunt. Whether it's sitting in a forgotten jar of coins, hiding in a bankroll, or carefully preserved in a collector's album, this nickel has the potential to be a rare and valuable treasure. As interest in numismatics grows, the market for high-quality 1974 Jefferson nickels is expected to remain strong. So the next time you come across a nickel from this year, take a closer look. You might be holding a piece of history, a collector's dream, and a coin that could one day be worth far more than 5 cents. Who knows? That small, overlooked nickel in your hand might be the next big discovery in the world of rare coins, turning an ordinary moment into an extraordinary story of hidden treasure. Top 4. The year 1973 was a time of transformation in the United States. The Vietnam War was winding down, the Watergate scandal was shaking the political landscape, and the economy was navigating a path through inflation and uncertainty. Yet, in the midst of these historic events, an unassuming 5-cent coin was quietly being minted and circulated, passing through the hands of millions of Americans. The 1973 Jefferson nickel, a seemingly ordinary piece of currency, would go on to capture the interest of collectors, with rare and high-grade specimens reaching astonishing values. Today, one such example has been valued at an incredible $95,900, turning what was once pocket change into a collector's dream. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the iconic Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin featured a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, his Virginia estate, on the reverse. This design remained largely unchanged for decades, making it one of the most recognizable coins in American history. While millions of nickels were minted each year, certain variations and exceptional quality specimens would later stand out as rare treasures. The 1973 Jefferson nickel was struck at 3 different U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark; Denver, D Mint Mark; and San Francisco, S Mint Mark. While Philadelphia and Denver focused on producing circulation coins, the San Francisco Mint struck proof coins specifically for collectors. Each of these mint locations played a role in creating coins that, decades later, would be highly sought after by numismatists. At the time, the composition of the Jefferson nickel followed the standards set in 1946. 75% copper and 25% nickel. This durable metal combination ensured that the coin could withstand years of use without excessive wear. Unlike the wartime silver nickels of 1942 to 1945, the 1973 version contained no precious metals. However, despite lacking silver, rare and high-grade examples have become extremely valuable due to their pristine condition, mint errors, and historical significance. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting Jefferson nickels is discovering mint errors. The 1973 nickel has its share of remarkable errors that significantly increase its value. Among the most coveted is the double die obverse, DDO, where the coin's inscriptions and details appear doubled due to a misalignment during the striking process. Collectors prize these coins for their unique visual effect, with some of the most pronounced doubling examples fetching thousands of dollars. Another popular error associated with the 1973 Jefferson nickel is the off-center strike. This occurs when the blank planchet is misaligned in the minting press, resulting in an image that is not properly centered. Coins that are only slightly off-center may not be highly valuable, but those that show extreme misalignment while still displaying a full date can command impressive prices at auction. Perhaps one of the most thrilling finds for collectors is a wrong planchet error. Occasionally, a nickel is mistakenly struck on a blank mint for another denomination, such as a penny or dime. These errors are rare and highly sought after, with collectors willing to pay significant premiums for them. Proof coins from the San Francisco Mint offer another category of rare and valuable 1973 Jefferson Nickels. These specially struck coins feature sharp details, deep cameo contrast, and mirror-like surfaces. While proof coins were not meant for circulation, finding one in flawless condition, graded PR 70 deep cameo can be a jackpot for collectors. High-grade proof examples from 1973 have sold for thousands of dollars in numismatic auctions. Grading is one of the most crucial factors in determining the value of a 1973 Jefferson nickel. Professional grading services such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, and NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, use the Sheldon scale, which ranges from poor P1 to mint state MS 70. While most circulated nickels from 1973 hold only their face value. Uncirculated specimens with sharp strikes and full-step details on Monticello can be worth a fortune. One of the most desirable characteristics in a high-grade Jefferson nickel is the full steps designation. This term refers to the clarity of the steps on Monticello's facade on the reverse of the coin. Coins that exhibit complete, uninterrupted steps are much rarer than those with worn or weak details. A 1973 Jefferson nickel with full steps in near-perfect condition can sell for thousands of dollars, as collectors aggressively seek out these well-preserved examples. The world of coin collecting is filled with stories of unexpected discoveries, and the 1973 Jefferson nickel is no exception. In recent years, an immaculate specimen with full steps was found in a collection and later sold at auction for a record-breaking $95,900. Its combination of exceptional quality, sharp details, and pristine surfaces made it a true rarity among Jefferson nickels. Such discoveries fuel the passion of numismatists and inspire new collectors to search through rolls of coins, hoping to uncover a hidden gem. The possibility of finding a high-value nickel in everyday circulation keeps the hunt alive, making the Jefferson nickel one of the most exciting coins to collect. Over the years, interest in Jefferson nickels has grown, particularly among collectors who specialize in modern-era coinage. While older silver coins often steal the spotlight, the demand for high-grade copper-nickel coins is steadily increasing. As more collectors seek out pristine examples, the value of well-preserved 1973 Jefferson nickels continues to rise. For those considering an investment in rare coins, the 1973 Jefferson nickel offers a compelling opportunity. Its classic design, historical significance, and potential for rare varieties make it a desirable addition to any collection. Even for beginners, searching through old rolls of nickels or uncirculated sets can be a fun and rewarding experience. Imagine the thrill of discovering an overlooked Jefferson nickel in your collection, one that, upon closer examination, turns out to be a rare and valuable specimen. This is the magic of coin collecting, where everyday pocket change can transform into a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. The 1973 Jefferson nickel is much more than just a piece of small change. It represents history, craftsmanship, and the enduring allure of numismatics. Whether sitting in an old piggy bank, hidden in a jar of coins, or carefully preserved in a collector's album, this coin has the potential to be a remarkable find. With interest in Jefferson nickels on the rise, the market for these coins is expected to remain strong. The next time you come across a 1973 nickel, take a closer look. You might be holding a piece of history, a collector's dream, and a coin that could one day be worth far more than its humble 5-cent face value. Who knows? That small, ordinary nickel in your hand might be the key to an extraordinary discovery in the world of rare coins, proving once again that hidden treasures exist where we least expect them. Top 5. Imagine holding a simple 5-cent coin in your hand, something that millions of people have spent without a second thought. But what if I told you that a 1964 Jefferson nickel could be worth an astonishing $140,900? Yes, a coin that was once just a part of everyday transactions could now be a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. The Jefferson nickel is one of the most recognized coins in American history. First introduced in 1938, this iconic coin replaced the Buffalo nickel and has remained in circulation for over 8 decades. Designed by Felix Schlag, the Jefferson nickel features the profile of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. The obverse, or front side, of the coin proudly displays Jefferson's left-facing portrait, with the inscriptions "In God We Trust" on the left, "Liberty" on the right, and the year 1964 placed just below. The reverse of the coin showcases Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia estate. The words "E pluribus unum" are inscribed at the top, while Monticello appears prominently below the building. The denomination 5 cents is written underneath, followed by United States of America at the bottom. In 1964, the United States Mint struck an astonishing number of Jefferson nickels at 2 major facilities. Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark. Over 1 billion nickels were produced. Denver Mint, D mint mark. Another 1.7 billion coins were struck. The reason for such high production was a result of a nationwide coin shortage in the early 1960s. As silver prices rose, many people started hoarding coins, fearing that their metal content would soon be worth more than their face value. In response, the government increased mintage numbers for nickels and even removed the mint marks from coins in 1965, 1966, and 1967 to discourage collectors from hoarding specific years. With so many 1964 nickels in circulation, you might wonder, what makes some of them so incredibly valuable? The answer lies in condition, rarity, and special minting errors. Most 1964 Jefferson nickels have been in circulation for decades, making pristine, high-grade examples extremely rare. The key to unlocking the highest value lies in finding a coin with a full, sharp strike and minimal wear. Collectors often look for nickels with full steps, FS, on Monticello, meaning that all the architectural steps on the reverse are clearly visible and well-defined. 1964 Jefferson nickel, graded MS, 67 plus full steps by PCGS, sold at auction for an astonishing $140,900. That's right. Finding one of these rare gems could turn an ordinary 5-cent coin into a life-changing fortune. But condition isn't the only factor that makes a 1964 nickel valuable. Some coins have rare errors and varieties that set them apart, making them even more desirable to collectors. 1964 D double die reverse, DDR. One of the most famous errors found on the 1964 Jefferson nickel is the double die reverse, DDR, variety. This error occurs when the coin's reverse design is struck twice, resulting in noticeable doubling on Monticello's details, inscriptions, and lettering. If you see clear doubling on words like Monticello or 5 cents, you could have a rare error worth thousands of dollars. 1964 D re-punched mint mark, RPM. Some 1964 D nickels feature a re-punched mint mark, where the D mint mark was stamped twice, creating an overlapping effect. These errors are highly collectible and can command premium prices in high grades. 1964 off-center strikes. A few 1964 nickels were struck off-center, meaning the design was not properly aligned during minting. The more off-center the strike, the rarer and more valuable the coin becomes. A 50% off-center strike with a full date visible can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. 1964 nickel on a silver planchet. Though 1964 Jefferson nickels were made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, some were accidentally struck on silver planchets intended for dimes or quarters. These rare mistakes are incredibly valuable and often sell for tens of thousands of dollars. 5. Die cracks and cuds. Over time, minting dies develop cracks, and when they strike the coin, they leave raised marks or lumps known as cuds. These imperfections make the coin unique and highly desirable to collectors. So, how can you tell if your 1964 Jefferson nickel is valuable? Here's what you need to do. 1. Examine its condition. A coin in mint state, MS 67 or higher, will be worth far more than a circulated one. Look for sharp details, original luster, and minimal wear. 2. Check for full steps, FS. The most valuable nickels have full steps on Monticello. If your coin has well-defined steps without breaks, it could be worth a fortune. Point 3. Look for doubling. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to inspect the reverse for any doubled lettering or details. Point 4. Weigh your coin. A standard 1964 nickel should weigh 5.00 grams. If your nickel is significantly lighter or heavier, it might be an error. Coin. Point 5. Search for off-center strikes. If Jefferson's portrait or Monticello appears shifted or incomplete, your nickel could be highly valuable. Point 6. Get it professionally graded. If you believe your nickel is special, send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. A high-grade certification can significantly increase its value in the collector's market. Collectors and investors are constantly searching for rare and valuable Jefferson nickels, and the 1964 nickel is a prime example of how a common coin can turn into a hidden treasure, with so many rare and valuable varieties still in existence. There's a real possibility that you might have a high-value 1964 Jefferson nickel sitting in your collection, pocket change, or old coin rolls. Could you be holding a $140,900 nickel without even realizing it? Before you spend or overlook your nickels, take a closer look. If you find a rare variety or error, you could be in for an incredible payday. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We'll be back with more amazing discoveries that could change your life. Happy coin hunting!